New footage just dropped, and it changes everything. A never-before-seen angle clearly shows Jacy Sheldon driving her knee directly into Caitlin Clark's groin, while the referee stands right there, watching, and does absolutely nothing. Caitlin immediately grabs the area in pain, but the game just continues as if nothing happened. Grabbed the inside of that right leg. This wasn't some borderline foul that could go either way. This was targeted, and the second this new angle hit the internet, slow motion, HD, clear as day, it blew up. You can see it plain as day. Sheldon charges into Caitlin. Her leg lifts off the floor, and her knee lands directly where it hurts most. This wasn't accidental. This wasn't a gray area. It was blatant. There was new footage that has come out, allegedly, Jacy Sheldon knee into Caitlin Clark into groin. Look, Jacy Sheldon knee CC in a groin. Her foot isn't even grounded. Her momentum is all forward, and she aims right at Caitlin. The second the knee connects, Caitlin doubles over, visibly grimacing and clutching her body, yet the ref, just a few feet away, lets it slide. No foul, no replay, no whistle, nothing. Though there's a referee standing right there we all could see. Can you guys see this right here? You guys see that? That is a knee. Jacy Sheldon's knee is all the way fully, her whole leg is fully extended. Caitlin Clark took a knee to groin from Jacy Sheldon, but it's a foul. It's clearly a foul, and obviously this is called as a no-call. On social media, it went nuclear. The term Sheldon knee started trending instantly, and fans lit up the platforms demanding answers. Was it on purpose? Was it dangerous? At the very least, it should have been called. But it wasn't even acknowledged. And that silence, that's what speaks volumes. It tells the world Caitlin Clark is fair game. Her reaction says it all. She didn't flop or exaggerate. She didn't scream. She just grabbed the area and tried to stay upright, clearly in pain. You could feel it. This was no act, and that's what hits hardest. Not just that she was hurt, but that the league's biggest star is being repeatedly targeted, and no one seems interested in protecting her. This clip didn't start a conversation. It confirmed one. It looked like they wanted Caitlin Clark to be hurt. Or they wanted something bad to happen to Caitlin, bro. It showed what fans have been suspecting for weeks. This isn't just rough defense. It's a pattern. A dangerous, unchecked pattern. And now, we've got the footage to prove it. This wasn't a random dirty play. It was part of an ongoing issue. Caitlin Clark has been absorbing hit after hit all season. From hard elbows and blindside shoves to eye pokes, and now a blatant knee. She's been battered game after game. And the wnba, they've done little to nothing about it. A fan's point of view of what happened. Was this? So this was actually inside the stadium. This isn't gritty defense, it's punishment. And there's a huge difference. It's not about stopping her on the scoreboard anymore. It's about sending a message. You don't belong here. And the referees, they're enabling it. Game after game, Caitlin's left pleading for basic calls. She's been seen more than once mid-game arguing for fairness, just to be heard. And when she stands up for herself, she's the one told to chill or warned for a technical. Caitlin Clark did get injured again in her right groin this time. The previous groin injury was her left groin, and it is not looking good because groins are an injury that do take quite a while to actually fully heal. It's backwards. Even her coach, Stephanie White, has acknowledged that there's a different standard when it comes to Caitlin. A different kind of physicality being allowed. But still, no action from the league, no accountability, no statement from the commissioner, not a single consequence for the refs missing it over and over again. And fans, they're fed up. They've been flooding comment sections, reposting clips, demanding change. She was livid. She told the referee to grow up. Got Agnes confirmed. That's exactly what Caitlin Clark said to the ref. She told the ref to grow up. The referees was embarrassing, and the referee Dan said something to Caitlin Clark and completely sacked Caitlin Clark off. Even Caitlin's brother had enough. After seeing the Sheldon incident, he went off online, calling out the officiating crew for letting his sister get assaulted without consequence. And he's not alone. Analysts, commentators, and former players are saying the same thing. Everyone sees it. But somehow, the league acts like it's not happening. And that silence, it's dangerous, because this isn't happening in a vacuum. There's resentment brewing in the background. Let's be real. Caitlin Clark's rise wasn't gradual. It was an explosion. She didn't just arrive in the league. She changed the game overnight. She brought record-breaking TV ratings, sold-out games, and global attention. And for some WNBA vets, that's tough to swallow. She didn't pay her dues the old-fashioned way. She blew the doors off with popularity, fans, and cultural impact. And instead of trying to match her with skill, some players are trying to intimidate her with physicality, shoves, cheap shots. And now, as seen in that viral clip, knees. And while all of this unfolds, where is Cathy Engelbert? Nowhere to be found. The WNBA commissioner hasn't said a word. No statement, no action, no public backing of the league's biggest star. While Caitlin Clark gets roughed up game after game, Engelbert stays silent. Fans are watching this unfold in real time, watching Caitlin take brutal hit after brutal hit, and now many are openly calling on NBA Commissioner Adam Silver to step in. These referees was completely ridiculous. They're holding Cathy accountable for Adam Silver to possibly step in and get rid of Cathy. Yes, it's gotten that bad. When fans are begging the head of a different league to rescue theirs, you know the trust is completely gone. Because this isn't just about an injured player. It's about what happens when a league refuses to protect the very person responsible for its rise. Caitlin Clark is being sacrificed, not for wins or strategy, but for ego, resentment, and power games. And Engelbert's silence, that's a form of approval. This latest hit wasn't just another injury. It cracked open the very foundation the WNBA was trying to build. When the clip of Jacy Sheldon kneeing Caitlin in the groin went viral, fans weren't just angry, they were devastated. That footage didn't just show physical pain, it showed the collapse of trust. A league that finally got the spotlight it always wanted, and then fumbled it by letting their most important player get hurt with zero consequences. Let's not pretend Caitlin only brought in fans. She brought energy, relevance, and a revolution. She packed arenas in cities that used to play in front of empty seats. She turned routine games into must-watch events. She got kids watching women's basketball again. She made fever jerseys cool. And what has she gotten in return? A brutal knee, silent referees, tearful moments under a towel, and now, with the All-Star game coming up, her potential absence, she came out of the timeout. So Caitlin comes at all the timeout right here. And this is the timeout after. She's dribbled the ball up. She's drilled the ball up straight away, got the foul by Layla Khan, and that game. It's supposed to be the crown jewel of the season. It's in Indiana, her new home turf. The court was practically designed for her. The ads feature her. Fans bought tickets because of her. And now, because of reckless violence and spineless leadership, there's a real chance she won't even be able to suit up. That's not just a problem, it's a total marketing nightmare. The backlash has already started. Ticket prices are dropping. Some are giving them away. Fans are canceling flights and travel plans. Social media is full of people saying, why should we show up for a league that won't protect the reason we care? And this goes beyond fan frustration. Caitlin's health is genuinely at risk. Groin injuries aren't like a jammed finger. They're soft tissue injuries that take time, rest, and proper treatment. And Caitlin hasn't had that. She's played through quad issues, groin strains, and more. 4 separate soft tissue injuries in just over 3 months. That's not bad luck, that's a crisis. We see Caitlin Clark grab her groin after making this play to Kelsey Mitchell, the backdoor play that we've grown accustomed to seeing, and just like that, boom, grabbing the groin, clearly in pain. Every game she's limping. Every time she hits the floor, fans hold their breath. And yet she keeps going, keeps smiling, keeps playing, keeps carrying the weight of the league. But how long can that last? You can't carry a league on your back and get beaten down while it looks away. And it's not just her body that's breaking. Her spirit is showing cracks too. After that knee to the groin, she didn't lash out. She didn't complain. She didn't cry foul. She just walked away, holding herself in pain. Later she sat quietly, a towel over her head, tears in her eyes. That wasn't just physical pain. That was emotional exhaustion. I think it is very likely that Caitlin Clark, the reason why she's so upset is just the old way of the world. It's finally kind of coming down on her. And that's a kind of scary thing where she almost has too much pressure put on her shoulders. That was a young star at her breaking point. And what does that tell the next wave of stars? That if you rise too fast, if you become too popular, too powerful, you'll be punished? That the league will look the other way while you're targeted on the court? People are starting to ask hard questions. What if Caitlin says, enough? What if she skips the All-Star game? What if she walks away from the WNBA completely and plays overseas, where her health and worth are respected? Because right now, it's hard to believe the WNBA is doing either. And if she leaves, it won't just be a loss. It will be a collapse. Caitlin Clark isn't just a player. She is the future. And if the league won't protect her, it won't have a future at all. This moment is a line in the sand. The footage is undeniable. The injuries are stacking up. The leadership is silent. If nothing changes, the WNBA won't just lose its star. It will lose its soul. Caitlin Clark, she started off bad, but she slowly got it together. She had 14 points, 7 assists, and 8 rebounds. And as if all the missed calls and dirty fouls weren't bad enough, there's another problem fans can't ignore: the double standard. Caitlin isn't just being treated differently on the court. She's being treated unfairly in the media, in interviews, and behind closed doors. And it's not random. It's intentional. Look at how the media covers other players' injuries. Instant sympathy, support, and coverage. But when Caitlin takes a direct shot to the groin in front of a national audience, it barely gets mentioned. Some headlines act like it didn't even happen. Others downplay it. There's no outrage. No widespread calls for accountability. No support from league veterans. Instead, silence. Or worse, mockery. You've got commentators implying she's too soft. You've got people spinning this as if she just can't handle the physicality. But let's call it what it is. Caitlin Clark has been elbowed, shoved, stomped, eye-poked, and now kneed in the groin. This isn't physical play, it's targeted violence. And when she reacts, when she dares to ask for a foul, she's the one labeled dramatic. The hypocrisy is jaw-dropping. They're literally tried to destroy Caitlin Clark, the person, physically, bro. They're physically trying to destroy this young lady for being a good basketball player. Can we wrap our minds around that? Put our hearts around that? They're trying to destroy this young lady for being a great basketball player. Even her fans aren't safe anymore. Clips are surfacing of Clark supporters being escorted out of games for cheering too loud or defending her. Memes are being spread to mock how they look. Whole narratives are being pushed that paint her fan base as toxic, when in reality they're just fed up. They've watched her get assaulted game after game with no help in sight, and they've had enough. There's jealousy baked into this. Veterans who feel eclipsed by Clark's instant success. People who can't compete with her fame, so they try to diminish it. Her impact wasn't just big, it exposed cracks in the system. The league wasn't ready for someone this huge, and instead of adapting, they're resisting, they're gatekeeping, they're retaliating. Meanwhile, Caitlin's still here, still showing up to post-game interviews, still signing autographs, still playing hurt, still smiling for the cameras. She's never once trashed a teammate, never once begged for superstar privileges. All she's ever asked for is fairness, and even that gets denied. The league is trying to have it both ways. They want the jersey sales, the ratings, the social buzz, but they don't want to do the work of actually protecting the woman who's making all that possible. They want the brand without the responsibility. But that ends now. You can't build your league around a superstar and then let her get physically torn apart while you look the other way. You can't ask for her to save the league, then treat her like she's disposable. This was never just about basketball. It was about trust. It was about leadership. And right now, both are missing. That knee to the groin, that was more than just a foul. It was a breaking point. And the silence from the top, that's louder than any whistle. If the league won't step up, the fans will. If you stand with Caitlin Clark 100%, then comment, protect CC down below.